Good day, this is Kareem. The following are the trades I took today. And the first trade started in the morning early. As soon as I put the trade on, based on the setup I have, which I'll explain in a few minutes, I realized that I have to leave the house. So I took a loss on it and left, and that happened right over here. And the trade basically looked good and would have worked out, but there's nothing I could have done. We have all the moving averages pointing down with an RSI oversold. First target is 4 ticks. Stop is 10, but I hardly ever take a 10 tick stop loss. I usually move it as soon as the trade goes my way. I move it anyway. So and again at this one, you notice that this is a recording of a recording, because I could not figure out how to edit videos and add voice to it, so I ended up doing it this way. And like I said, somewhere in here I'd realized that I have something at that specific time I had to leave immediately, and I did. Let's see. I had a menu move the stop and I was gone. And after that, this trade was setting up as well. Price is moving away. I'm looking for it to go back toward the moving averages with an RSI oversold, and that happened around let's see. Right here. So I'm long. Again, 4 ticks on the first target. And 10 tick stop loss. This is the NQ. With this trade, it took a while, and what happened on it, I believe the RSI kept moving up. Once the RSI moves up to the 50% level, I have to exit the trade because the setup is no longer there. Even though this would have still worked out, but the rules still state that at 50% the trade is no longer there, and we had RSI was moving. And right here is almost at the 50%. And it should be yeah. Yes, I went out on plus 1 tick actually. So that was a scratch. Then There's third trade. was a long. Price moving away from moving averages. RSI oversold. Now with this one, I'm going to pause the video. There was a platform error over here. I don't know what happened with Infinity, but it froze, and you can see the price is 29.85, but it's showing 29.87, showing me plus 90, but that was not the case. It was just an error, and I couldn't figure out what's going on. I kept going up and down and looking to see what's going on, and ended up bailing out of the trade at some money, but it wasn't quite what I expected. And as you can see, I'm trying to figure out what happened here. I don't know what's going on, so I'll let you look. See, the price is moving up 85.25. I'm long at 85.25, and that's correct. It's 85, went down some. Nothing's going on over here. 85.50, again, nothing is moving. $85.75, $85.75, again 86. Just ended up hitting the flatten button and taking some money off the trade. Plus that looked like a good target anyway. And not over here, I bailed, and that was a plus. I think it's 5 ticks, could not tell. Then here we are. This one I was looking for a short, looking at the test of the resistance, the moving averages, with an overbought RSI. And this one actually ended up being 2 trades instead of 1. The first one I took too early by error, and took an 8 tick loss on it. And the second one I took immediately because it was the true setup, and that ended up, well, I'll show you what happened. Okay, the first one was, it was over here. Again, I'm looking for the RSI to hit the 70%, and it didn't quite hit it. I just got anxious and I just took the trade, and here we go. Yeah, the trade was taken here short, but if you can see, the RSI is not quite there yet. So there was a 10 tick to begin with, and I moved it 2 ticks and ended up taking the full loss, the full 8 tick loss on it. So just a bad trade. Good setup, just a bad placement. Now you see it over here. So what I ended up doing is, now that we have the setup, and especially hitting the major resistance here with the red line, I took the trade again. And this one, and you can tell it worked immediately. The first target was 4 ticks, then I immediately moved to break even, +1 it should be. Which at this point I was looking for a target. My target basically was the retesting of the low of 29.61 or 60, and I was concerned with that. So I moved again to break even +1, and I think I got stopped out at break even +1. Then as this line is holding and we have a hook down, I took the trade again, and again you can tell this immediately started going my way. I reduced my risk. The first target was reached pretty much within a few seconds. I'm at break even now, and again I'm looking for a target. I'm going down to move my target to 61.60. The only problem I had with this trade here is, in a deal like this, usually you have to give the trade more room, and I did not. and I kept trailing it a bit too tight, and I ended up taking less money than I should have. But it was a good trade after all. So as you can tell, I moved it down to 74. Then I should have kept it at 74, and that would have saved me. I think that would have kept me in the trade for quite a while until we retested the lows, which we did at the end of the day. Of course, now this is hindsight, and it's easier to tell. But in a day like this, there's a lot of movements, and you just can't trail too close. You will get stopped. I moved it again to 72, and that one ended up stopping me. But if I had kept it at break even plus 1, or even 74, my target, which is 60-61, would have been reached. Retesting of the low, because everything was going my way at this stage. You got all the moving averages, the bands are going down, the RSI is going down, everything is going down. And here's the move from 74 to 72. Here's the 72, and again I'm looking, and it's telling me 73.25, 74. So I really should have kept it at 74. So I got a confirmation that I shouldn't be, but I just didn't do it, and kept coming back, and I was stopped at 72. So it was a good day. Ended the day with plus 55. Goal is 200, but that's good enough. That's it for the day. Thank you. Have a good day.